Well, Delaware's a state, so it's like a lot of things. It's like, it's the size of Wales. Delaware's the size of Wales. And in Delaware, you've got like little towns and a couple cities.
Well,
So
that's pretty big in comparison to, I guess because we're so tiny.
Yeah, I think that's because you're tiny.
Yeah. But Wales is like, it's a reasonable sized place.
Yeah.
And you're calling that small, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it is. It's like it's the second smallest state in the U.S. But it's nice. It's got like I said, it's got the ocean right on it. And
Yeah. Are they? Is it like? Is it like a religious place? Are they quite like God conscious over there?
Maybe a little bit. It's America, everyone's very. It's not super. It's the East Coast, so the East Coast is not that as religious as some parts of the U.S.
Okay.
So there's other religions and.
But are they? What do they practice? Christianity.
Christianity for the most part.
Okay. What about yourself? You follow a religion?
I don't really follow religion. No.
You don't?
I grew up Christian.
Okay.
But I don't really follow one now.
Any reason why?
Just never really. I guess. If you technically, I think the Bible is sexist.
Sexist?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know. It just never really did much for me. I think the Bible's written by men.
Yeah.
By white men who don't really care about women.
Why'd you say that? Well, what's in the?
Well, because all the women in the Bible are either prostitutes or virgins who miraculously had these kids. I don't know. My parents were.
It doesn't offer enough proof for you?
It doesn't offer. Well, it doesn't offer much for me.
Okay.
My parents weren't really religious. I think my dad was religious when he was a kid, and then he stopped being so. And
Have you never looked into other religions?
I've read about other religions, but I think for me, I just would like to live a good life, and I think I pretty much do live a good life.
But how do you determine how would you define what's good? Like we've got flaws, right? So then how could we define what's good? What's good for me may not be good for you.
Yeah, I guess I just figure out what's good for me is what I think is good, and what my family and friends value is good.
But how do we like all live by the same ideology?
Well, I guess we don't, do we?
But what I'm saying is that, like, if it was something if it was going to work and it was going to better us, then surely it would be a system that should work, right?
Yeah.
Do you get my point? Do you get what I mean? Do you believe in a creator?
No.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Okay. Do you have a thought of how we got here?
Yeah, I've thought about how we got here. I look at it scientifically.
Okay. So you're gonna.
First in the ocean, and then we crawled out of the ocean, and then we progressively became humans.
Okay.
The thing is that I don't know. Maybe there was something bigger that happened, but.
So you believe in evolution, yeah?
I do believe in evolution.
Okay, but you do realize that's a belief system as well, right?
Yeah, that's fine. So that's my belief system then.
Okay. It's something that it's still a theory, although it's like scientific.
I know all science is a theory.
Yeah. Okay. So if something came along that provided evidence, would that not interest you? We are dead a lot longer than we are alive, right? Like there's people that died.
It depends on what you consider what we are. Are we anything if we're dead?
No, what I'm saying is that, there's people that died 500-600 years ago, and yet they only lived like 60, 70, maybe 100 years.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So us being dead is far more of a greater time than we are alive, right? So in this short amount of time that we live in, whatever we do if there is an afterlife or whatever, it would have to happen now within this time, right?
Well, I don't know if I believe in an afterlife, so.
Do you believe in like justice?
Yeah.
You believe in justice, like a karma, so to speak?
I'm not sure. I believe that in my life now, I believe in being a good person.
Right.
I mean, I think I am a good person. I think I'm a good friend. I think I'm a good daughter. I think I'm a good partner. I think I'm a good teacher. So.
But this is based off something that's subjective, though. How does that tell you?
Subjective.
But how does that tell you?
As subjective as my belief.
Sorry.
Your religion is, I'm sure, as subjective as my belief in what is good.
Okay.
What is your religion?
Me, I'm a Muslim.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you say? Do you know much about Islam?
I know a little bit about it.
What would you say the purpose of your life is then? Or you don't think there is?
No, I guess. Well, personal fulfillment, but to leave behind something that's better than what you came here. Leave behind.
So, like a legacy, yeah?
Yeah. Legacy sounds a bit strong. I don't necessarily need people to remember my name, but people that have interacted with me in life, I would like their lives to be better.
But why would that matter, though? I mean, to you, why would that matter if we kind of came about by chance anyway? What does it matter? I mean, we're collecting all this data. What would we need to care if, you know, the empathy behind it? What would it matter if we just gotta go? You know?
I guess you're leaving people behind.
But like the reason, like if we just came by chance, that's what you believe in evolution, right? So it's kind of
I don't think evolution is chance. I mean, there's mutations.
Okay.
But I don't think evolution is chance.
Okay. Do you know when this?
Are you trying to convince me to be Muslim or Christian or something? Because
No, I'm just having a conversation.
Okay.
No, I'm not convincing. Why are you?
No, I mean, I'm quite old and I've thought about all these things many times, and I feel quite content with.
Do you not think you could perhaps like get some new information from someone young?
Of course. I think you can always get new information, but
that's how I see people. Like, you know, I'd rather speak to someone than kind of like listen to music or stare out the window, because I feel as if we all have information, and you know, we all have different strengths and weaknesses, and it's good to explore. I think that's the problem with like humanity nowadays. You know, people would rather go to a self-serving checkout than actually interact with someone and say, hey, how's your day and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? I think we started to kind of, that's why all these problems are happening in the world, because no one wants to sit down and talk. They just want to, you know, do the quickest way out and push the big red button or so. You know? Well, I'm sorry, I will stop if, does this conversation make you uncomfortable?
No, it's fine.
Okay. So, you know, this like this evolution belief. Have you always been kind of towards the science side of things?
Yeah. Since I was a kid.
Do you know when the first documentation of the science, the Big Bang Theory and stuff, when that came about?
No. No, but I had a really good biology teacher. I'm sure he told me.
Do you think it's over 500 years?
Yes. Well, the documentation, I have no idea. When the Big Bang was, I don't know, 1 million years? I don't know.
Well,
thousands of years?
You see how the universe is expanding, right?
Yeah.
If it's expanding and it's growing outwards, then at one point there was a, you know, like what they call the singularity point, right?
Right.
Do you have a thought on how that came about?
No. I imagine it's something that is some sort of weird quantum physics. I don't know.
What do you mean, like atmosphere?
Something happening in the atmosphere. Yeah. You know, I don't know. There could be something else out there, but I don't believe in Islam and I don't believe in Christianity. I don't believe that there was a person who came. I believe that probably Jesus was a prophet.
How can he be a prophet if there's no God? If you believe there's no God?
Well, I think he was probably a really wise person who went around and did really good things.
So you believe in his existence?
He might have existed. I don't believe in the Old Testament. I don't believe in like people who have lived like thousands of years and all these crazy miracles. I think there could have been a man called Jesus. And that's probably as far as I go. There could have been a man called Jesus. Maybe I should be Jewish, actually, because I think that's what they believe. I'm not really sure.
No, Jews don't acknowledge Jesus.
They believe that Jesus was alive, but they don't believe that Jesus is God.
But I don't believe he's a prophet either.
But they believe he was alive and a guy.
Yeah, that he existed because they interacted with him, right?
Right.
So you don't believe Muhammad existed? The Prophet Muhammad?
I don't know enough about Muhammad as a prophet.
You know he's the most documented human being that has ever existed.
Really?
Yeah, like there's like letters that he addressed to Christians that were like, you know, that were in that region in the same part of the world that he was in, that they still have. There's like probably more than 10,000 testimonies that this person did exist.